Name your first mentor.
First mentor. Brian Michaels.
Oh, okay, most watched childhood magic special or routine.
World's Greatest Magic, or many of David Copperfield had his ghost show, I think, called Unseen Forces, which I loved as well. I wore that tape out.
Strangest place you've been asked to perform magic.
Funeral.
Wow. Name of trick or routine that caused the most embarrassment.
This isn't the trick per se, but it's a moment performing trick, which was most embarrassing. How much time do I have? Is this okay?
Yep.
There's a radio show that's gone now. It was a morning show on The Edge in Toronto, and they had Dean Blundell. Do you remember?
Yep.
I don't remember. There's two other guys.
I didn't listen to it, but I knew the show you're referencing. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty typical shock jock, I would say, radio morning show. They had a talent show, like a gong show, and the winner was like 50 grand. And I was going to university at the time. I was like, oh, enter, whatever, and made the top 10. And the top 10 had to come on live on the morning and each perform their bit. And I was that's the most nervous I've ever been, was performing live on the first time I'd really been on a radio or any, and they're just so mean, potentially. And they had the 10 contestants lined up, and they were going to do a quick interview for everyone beforehand. And the guy who they interviewed before me, who was someone who could fart on command. So they thought it would be funny to interview his butt rather than him. So they did. And he, farted his replies. And then they came to me, and I thought there was a joke in there somewhere about like, right. There's the mic and that's been farted on, and now it's coming over to me. And
right.
I now know, like, don't ever try and be funny when you're nervous.
Oh, is that so?
So they came to me, and I don't even know what I said. It was just something like, I just want to say I really appreciate having to go after the fart guy or something. It wasn't funny or clever. And then the host was just like, all right. And then just went on to the next guy. And I just looked like I was a jerk. And I was so...
He framed that.
Oh. Yeah. And then I could hear the radio guys, like, before going to commercials, one of them was like, boy, that David Copperfield guy's a real dick. And I was just like, oh God.
That's a great...
It was, and I was so nervous to begin with. It's the only time I was literally like scoping out the garbage cans because I thought I was going to puke. That's the only time I've been like that close. It was real bad.
Finally, if you could invite one dead magician to dinner, who would it be?
These are really good questions. One dead magician. Max Mulaney. I'm going to say Max Mulaney. He seems like he'd be a fun dinner guest, and I've heard crazy stories about him with chickens, and I'd go Max Mulaney.
That's awesome, man. That's great.